In one of the first season's more exciting episodes, the Enterprise crosses into the Romulan neutral zone to investigate a battle that has taken place. Riker suggests separating the saucer section for safety, but Picard says no, those visual effects are too expensive. The crew discover a battered freighter, which Riker somehow immediately identifies as Talarian just by looking at it, despite it looking like every freighter they encounter for the next 7 years. Life forms are detected, and Picard thinks this is a great time for some exposition about what Geordi sees with his visor, with a new little gadget he is working on to share the visual feed. That's right, the visor has more capabilities than just looking out windows. It can see metal fatigue and suss out androids who might be trying to hide their true identity. Picard might want to get his eyes checked too, as he claims Riker looks to be an undefined form, but he is clearly a human with a Starfleet uniform on the view screen. And Tasha looks to be laughing at Picard's poor eyesight in the background. So Riker interrupts the visor Q and A, reminding everyone that they were here to look for survivors before this ship blows up, and they find a trio of Klingons just hanging around waiting to die, and just in a nick of time, Tasha beams them out before the freighter explodes. Good thing Picard didn't ask any more of those visor questions. Worf meets with the Klingons and has a meal where they tease him about being a Starfleet nerd and wondering if he still has any Klingon heart. Despite them being a couple of intergalactic snobs to Worf, he continues to befriend them and learns that they are enemies of the Klingon Empire and oppose the Federation-Klingon alliance. Another Klingon ship approaches and informs Picard of the identity of the Klingons they've rescued, and he sends Yar and a crack team of red shirts, gold jumpsuits, to apprehend the Klingons. Things are looking grim when Klingon Captain Chorus picks up a little girl from a mom who has no reaction to a potentially hostile alien warrior grabbing her kid. The security chief and her team seem clueless in this hostage situation, so luckily Chorus just puts the kid down and goes willingly to the brig. But Worf tells her that hostage-taking is not the Klingon way, like he knows every Klingon or something, despite only having met a few Klingons in his life. In the brig, Chorus and his underlings start taking off the belts to their space pants, and you think that maybe we're in for something kinky? But no, they are building a gun out of all kinds of clothing adornments and hidden doodads. You'd think these Starfleet guards might pat them down or something before locking them up. But the Klingons easily escape and kill the Starfleet guards, who act like they got their tactical training certification from a 1-hour online seminar. One Klingon is killed, but Chorus escapes to engineering and aims his gun at the warp core. Worf tries to talk him out of it, but Chorus wants to separate the ship and fly off with Worf on the battle bridge and accomplish what? No one is really sure. Worf gets tired of his threats and rants and shoots Chorus with a phaser point blank, and somehow his fall shatters the glass walkway, which is a cool visual, but would make a Vulcan short circuit with its lack of logic. The commander of the Klingon ship congratulates Worf on his ability to shoot a crazy person in the chest at point-blank range and says, "Hey, you should come work for us." But Worf is like, nah, and goes back to standing in the back of the bridge being a glorified extra for a few more episodes. Until you know what happens.